My dear collective, welcome to another random collective reading. So please say what resonates. I got a few specific insights. I wrote them down. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Okay. So first things first. Let's start with the easy ones. Okay. 888. Now, listen. I'm an intuitive. I'm a seer. I'm a messenger. Okay. In terms of the angle numbers, I just learned that it's angle numbers, it's not angel numbers. Okay. If you want to dive deep into that, you have to follow people that are professionals when it comes to these numbers. Okay. On that note, I also want to say, in terms of my messages with angle numbers, it doesn't correlate with the masses, with the everyday people, and it's probably not the same as what you can Google. This is not Google based messages, okay? There's much Google can do, and in the sense of AI, right? But this is not what these messages are, okay? So, 888, you might see that is correlating to karma online. Fair enough. If that is your symbolism for karma, then so be it, okay? But on here, 888 is symbolic for money coming in, okay? Financial stability, financial comfortability, okay? So that's one specific number I got. If you resonate with that, and also you see the number as well, confirmation, okay? Let's move on. So this could be in reference to you worked hard, somebody owes you, you're getting paid in money by your ancestors, by the divine, by the universe because somebody wronged you. Okay. Nonetheless, money will come in from somewhere at some point to bless you. Okay. Let's move on to the next message. So there's a lot of events happening. Fun fact, I used to be an event planner, but I say this to say some of you guys are going on a lot of excursions, events, in relation to science and like survival shows. Some of you guys are artists, reality TV stars. I know, but fans of specific of entertainment, fans of television. Okay. So one message here I got was that in correlation to the events, there's going to be a Vampire Diaries event. Okay, that's fun. And I'm assuming it's in the United States of America. So you can have a lot of fun on this Vampire Diaries Originals event. Okay, if you know anything about the Vampire Diaries, the original, that TV show, this is your message, okay? I saw like a lot of traveling, a lot of fun, meeting all the stars like Stefan. Well, I'm just naming the characters: Stefan, Damon, Elena, maybe Bonnie, maybe her, but like the entire cast, more or less. Okay, I feel like it's gonna be like a huge event. I know when it's gonna be, but I know it's gonna be a lot of fun. You might be from like a different country going to America or wherever they're at, in terms of the cast, the actual show, to do this like reunion situation or give out. You're gonna be there. You're gonna have fun. Okay. Message. And then there's also some sort of event situation in Japan. Okay, you might travel to Japan and go on a little event in that country. It's gonna be fun as well. But if you're not Japanese, beware of the microaggressions. Okay, Like if you're not Japanese, there might be some subtle microaggressions. Like if you know what that means, you know what that means. Specifically, if you're not Japanese, okay. Also, skin color plays a role. Okay, so if you're going to Japanese, if you're going to Japanese event that is very traditional, and I don't know why, but whomever I'm reading for, if you're on your way to Japan for an event, just be aware of the microaggressions. I don't know who this is for, okay? Please, okay? Like I say, take what resonates. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of like blaming the foreigner, okay? For something. And I don't know if this already side note, I don't know if the messages already have taken place or will take place, okay? Side note, okay? And then there is somebody, message number 2 or 3. Somebody has an issue with your race or your face. Again, this is symbolic to traveling. I don't know if this is correlating to the event or just you out and about. It is summertime, people be traveling, okay? It could be anywhere from the 7 continents, okay? So somebody has, this could be in Europe, I don't know, but somebody has like an issue with your race or your face, something about being African, okay, or Africana. This reminds me of like when I was younger. There was me and this Filipina girl, but she wasn't even from Philippines. She was actually from Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and we're hanging out with. Oh well, actually no. I don't know if it's the right time for story time, but I used to hang out with a group of friends from different cultures. Okay, I'm not so social anymore. But she came to me and said that there was some microaggression here. She felt discriminated, and she told me about like when they were hanging out with the other peoples, and I wasn't there. And she said it was like 3 Balkan guys, two guys from Balkan. I think Sarajevo, Serbian. I'm not quite sure. And she said that they called it like a derogatory word. Yeah, and she's like, and then the person that came from the same country as the 2 Balkan person was crying out to me, saying that she's like losing her mind and saying that she's sensitive and whatnot. Something of this nature would take place, okay? I don't know, again, I don't know if it has happened or already happened. I just saw on Instagram as well. I haven't watched it yet, but the Love Island show, one of the cast member made like a uncomfortable statement about another race. Apparently, it was inducing racism. Okay, and she's a part of the Love Island show, and the target audience that felt discriminated was Asian people, the Asian community. I feel like something of this nature will happen to somebody. The other person, the girl from Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, she said that they were calling her the derogatory word, but it was rooted in against Philippines, but because she looked closest to the Philippines, like I don't know, but somebody would go through something like that. Now, this could be just a reference from the show of Love Island, what she did, or this is happening to somebody like my former friend. She hung out with people that were also ethnic, but because they were from a different culture, they was being demeaning, okay? And according to her, it was a derogatory word targeting Asian people, specifically Philippines, while she is from Sri Lanka. Same thing, whereas the cast member from Love Island was talking about something derogatory against Asian community, while she is not Asian, okay? Like something on this nature. Now, I didn't mention Africana, so I don't know, maybe some You'd be out and about and somebody do something of that nature. It could be anywhere. It could be Europe. It could be the United States of America. It could be the UK. Okay? I don't know. That's a message for somebody. I don't know what to say. Okay? But like I said before, somebody has an issue with your race or your face. Okay? Message. Do we need to pull cards on this? You know what? I'm just going to say all the messages and then I'm going to pull a card at the end of it because I feel like I'm oversharing or over explaining. Sorry. Okay? The next message here is there are a group of people that are angsty, like have anxiety for no reason. I don't know who this group of people are. You know, actually, let me pause that message and go to something more specific. I feel like that might need a little bit more like clarification. But for somebody like at a family event or family reunion or something, I feel like you're going to your blended family, or your aunt or uncle, and you meet like your immediate family, like your dad or your mom. And for some reason, this estranged father, it could be a Pisces person, but it's an estranged father figure. They're spazzing out on you because of your unfinished education. Okay, something about you not finishing your education or want to know what type of education you have is messing up with the I don't know. Somebody's father will spaz out on their daughter or their son because of education. Like they want to see your degree, they want to know what's up with your degree. Like they're going crazy. Meanwhile, this father figure is estranged. They're not in your life. They probably didn't attend college themselves, but somebody's father is going ballistic. I don't know if this is in correlation with the moon energy. Listen, this is on the 12th. I feel like the moon energy is still in motion. So people are getting a lot of triggers, including fathers. Okay? This is very specific for somebody. Somebody's father is upset that somebody didn't finish a degree or want to know what type of... They want to know what's up with your life in terms of your education, but how I'm looking at it, they have no right to say anything because like they've never been a part of your life, but now they want something to show and they're upset with you because it was unfinished or you chose something different. Maybe they don't like that you chose liberal arts. I don't know. I don't know, collective. Okay, let's move on to the next message. So if you, this is very specific, and I'm gonna put a disclaimer. This is about children and disabilities, autism, ADHD spectrum. That is what this is going to be about. Okay. Next message. You're going to help a family member realize that their child has autism. I feel like they are wondering. The thing is this. They don't know where to or who to turn to, so they're keeping it in the family. But when you go and visit, because you work with kids with autism on the spectrum, you're going to help them navigate that, which is very good. Okay, maybe you didn't realize that you work with autistic children or people on the spectrum before. And you'll be able to pick that up. I feel like the family are realizing it, but the thing is this, they don't know who to turn to, and you'll be like the stepping stone for them to like take the next step. Message? Okay. Lord. It is a little boy though. I will say that. It's a little boy. And the boy will be quite attached to you for some reason, or allow you to help, which is quite interesting because I don't see you being around this family a lot, but you somehow pick up the clues. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's see here. So now another disclaimer. Okay, this is about unless sexual diseases, things of that nature. I feel like this one here is more linked to, I did like an audio insight. I talked about how certain soulmates want to approach you because they have an STI, and there is somebody in your relationship right now that is going to find out that they have an STI, specifically herpes, okay? Or they can't approach you because of herpes. Now, I got a little bit more information today, okay? I also noticed a lot of people unsubscribed because, let me be real, and let's be real, collective. Those who are watching, thank you for staying by, and know and don't get triggered by things of this nature, because it is human. People make mistake. It is a dumb mistake to not protect yourself. But even so, shit happens, okay? For the people that get triggered, listen, this is not a La La Land type of everybody is living on heaven and we're all angels, right? We're all pure. We all do right, including the soulmates that you're with. The way I get my messages, as you guys can hear, this is across the globe, okay, with speech impedances and whatnot. It is from Europe to Asia to Africa to the Americas, okay? So for one person or two, because it was two that didn't want to see my messages after that specific one, it is very simple. Sorry, a little bit of a rant. It is very simple. You have a choice, okay? You have choice to listen, you have choice to click on, you have choice to follow. But for you to feel uncomfortable, and I feel like that was the case with these two people that didn't want to subscribe, because I see messages like this. Like, you cannot expect all my messages are gonna be like happily ever after. This is not Disney. Like, I don't know. Like, I know a lot of people want to have good, pure, and happy messages. Who doesn't, right? And it's true. I don't talk about karmic stuff. A lot of things is quite rational and logical, but not everything can be picture perfect. So I don't know. I know, but again, you do have the choice to not join. Like, I'm not stopping, but I do. It was right after that reading, I just saw a drop of two people, and just in the algorithm in itself, how people didn't want to listen to my messages. Again, when I get my messages, it is 24/7/8, okay? And it's not linked after a specific reading unless I say so. It is different time, different seasons for anyone that's listening, okay? But I say this to say, I got more messages. So yeah. I got the name Alexandra, okay? Alexandra or Alexandra, okay? If you're watching this reading, or if you're watching for her, in relation to her, there was some rape involved, okay? So the reason why there is an STI is because of rape or grape. I don't know. I don't even know if this is going to be up properly, because I know it's very triggering. I forgot the trigger message, but or the disclaimer. But yeah, message number 2.1 of that message, somebody's afraid that you expose them. So I feel like either Alexandra, whoever has the name, I feel like somebody's afraid that Alexandra will expose them, or you're afraid that Alexandra will expose you, or somebody, I don't know, somebody will be exposed in relation to Alexandra. I'm gonna pull cards on that, because I feel like it's a little bit, I can just be like whomever, okay? So in relation to her and this STI is because there were, like I said, grape involved specifically, and they will be exposed, okay? I feel like some of you guys already know what's up. A lot of you guys will be kind of clueless to us, like, this information, whether Alexandra will find out or you will find out about Alexandra about the situation. A lot of you guys have been suspecting that something of this nature is relevant in relation to her in this message, and others are gonna be like, oh my god, I don't believe this, okay? But it is true. The reason why she's affected by this, or yeah, really, I'm gonna just say this: the reason why this name is involved in this is because of that. Okay, so for anyone to jump and accuse or whatever, it's because of that. So I need you to chill out on Alexandra, okay? I could flip it and say, if your name is Alexandra, you need to chill out on this person because something took place for them to be in this situation, okay, with this STI, okay? That is my personal advice message, okay? Like I said before, but again, like, listen, what I said in the message, you can go and check it out. People would not approach you, or this soulmate will not approach you because of the STI, okay? There are some people, they don't give a fuck, okay? They be out here being with A, B, and C without protection. These soulmates will not approach because of that. Now, is it in the relation to what Alexandra has gone through? I don't know, but at least her name came up, okay, and that is tied to her name. It could be for other people as well, I don't know, but her name came up. Number two, for some of you guys who are in a relationship, somebody will find out about this. I don't know if, quote unquote, I hope not, maybe something happened at a party, okay? And now, things, I don't know, things were dormant and it's coming up or something, and it's because of that event, and maybe, quote unquote, Alexandra didn't want to say anything, but the last time you guys get tested is because of that, and now you're thinking that she's cheating, but that's not the case, okay? I feel like some of the things a lot of people, they keep hidden for certain reasons out of shame, okay? But like, I don't even know how to, like, I'm not a saint. I'm not like, this is not, I don't even know what to say. Sorry guys, I'm so famous saying, but I just want to say this, like, show some grace to your partners, and also show some grace to the people you're dealing with, because half of the things you don't even know what they've been through, okay? I feel like a lot of people, they hide a lot of things because of shame, okay? And there are people that are acting like they're in delusional land, like what took place didn't take place, so they're gonna do whatever, okay? The world is not love and light, okay? It is not love and light. Like, I don't know. Anyways, so like I said, will not approach you, or if it's you, collective, you will not approach them because of this STI. Okay, this can go both ways, but right, you will not approach them because you have an STI, or they will not approach you because they have an STI. And if you found out about your person and you're in a relationship with this person and they found out about this STI, please have fucking grace. It does not mean that they have cheated, okay? For some, like this situation with Alexandra, it could be that, okay? Where something happened in the past and it's coming up in the system, right? Or I don't know, you get me? Like, anyways, let's continue. But I mean, it could. You know what? No, I rest my case. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, somebody's afraid to be exposed. Okay, for sure. And I say fucking expose them, because people, they play too much. They play fucking too much. I'm gonna say this: if this is gonna be exposed, people are really afraid and really anxious. Side note: if I expose anything And I don't really do exposing because, again, collective. Oh, crosswatch you. I don't know you. I really don't. Okay. You can unsubscribe. Like the two people that was, feeling some type of way because I posted that 2-minute video about this message. Okay. I say this to say, think what resonates. Okay. Because maybe some of you guys are like afraid that like things are coming out. I am not in control of the messages. I literally talked about going on a survival show like 5 minutes ago. Right now we're talking about somebody going through something severe as a grape. 2.5 seconds ago, it's about a kid having autism. Like, I can't control these messages. That's why it's random. Okay? Let's continue. Let me get it triggered. Listen. Okay. This reading is already too long. The last one here is a little bit on the up and up. Same thing here. As you take in the good or the bad, make sure it resonates in your life. You're about to be famous because of your intuition and more. Your intuition is on point. Okay, we got the 10 of clubs. So you could be a psychic, a seer, a messenger. You could work with you could be psychic, seer, or messenger. Okay. Could be a masculine here that is about to be famous for their intuition. It could be feminine. It could be a friend. Okay. Maybe your friend is about to be famous for their intuition. You could be the friend that's going to be famous. They could be the friend that's going to be famous. Okay. So yeah. That's the message I give. We're going to just do a little bit random. A lot of you guys, if you're in tune with your ancestor, like their gifts is being passed down to you. Okay, this is something that you have in terms of inheritance. Okay, anything else for whoever's watching? I'm so sorry. I'm not. Where's this thing? Let's continue. So we got this card in reverse. So somebody's gonna call off an engagement or a relationship. I don't know if it's with you or if it's with you or with somebody else. Okay, somebody is calling off a relationship or an engagement because they feel betrayed, stabbed in the back. They're going through a heartbreak. They feel deceived. You're them. Okay. And they're not happy. They thought they were happy. They're not happy. Or you thought you were happy. You're not happy. And you're going to call off the engagement or the relationship. Okay. I'm also channeling somebody's in love with somebody else. Okay. This is why they're calling off their relationship, because they're in love with somebody else. Okay. And they're going to go after that person, or you're... What was the channel's name? Richard. Richard. So for some of you guys, their new love interest is Richard. Or Richard, you're going to do this, okay? You're definitely keeping an eye on this person, or vice versa. They'll be keeping an eye on you. And the more they watch you, the more they're in love with you. Same thing, the more you watch them, the more you're in love with them, or whether your name is Richard, or whether their name is Richard. So, yeah. And I feel like they're very, frustrated, and they don't know what to do. Their advice is to leave whoever they're with to go after you. Or are you going to leave whoever you're with to go after them, okay? That is message. See? I already talked too much. I'm already PMSing. Collective. Anything that's relevant here, look at the initials, okay? I'm sorry. This isn't giving a 10-10 reading. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Okay. I'm gonna do more. Somebody saying it's Beatrice. Okay. Maybe it is a Beatrice Richard type of relationship. Alright, now collective. So we got initials here. Let's pull one card for Beatrice. I'm channeling they're in love with you, Beatrice. Okay. So we got this one here. So they're in love with you. They want to make the effort here. Okay. Right now they're focusing on their career and their finances. And when that is situated, they're gonna make an effort towards you. Okay, Beatrice? There we go. Collective, thank you for watching and see you in the next reading. I will post any past readings down below or in the video so you guys can go and check that out. But again, I feel like a lot of you guys did. And for some they did and said goodbye to my channel. It is fine, okay?